Alright, so I know you're probably trying to desperately climb, but you're not meeting much success. So I'm gonna give you some tips on how I think you can climb better. So first things first, VOD reviews are amazing, and you can find various coaches other than myself who give out great VOD reviews. You can get a lot of help on every part of your gameplay. This can be positioning, cooldown usage, aim, whatever. And it doesn't even have to necessarily be from other people. You can also get VOD reviews from yourself, like self-VOD reviewing. It's actually very, very helpful. And it's easy. You don't have to coordinate schedules. It's free. And it's just a good option. And once you do get a VOD review, what I think is optimal to do is, out of all the things that you saw that you needed to improve on, you should focus on one thing and just grind it out. And this could be positioning. Let's say you want to perfect your positioning. Make your positioning the best it possibly can be. Then for the next week or so, or even longer, every single game you play, you should be thinking about positioning and always having the best positioning possible. And even if your cooldown usage is trash, your aim is trash, your coordination is trash, timing, whatever, as long as your positioning is on point and you're mastering your positioning and you can get into a habit positioning yourself better, then you will become a better player. And optimally, you want to take every single aspect of your gameplay one by one and improve them to the best they can be. And this is going to be incredibly effective in comparison to simply just trying to improve every single aspect of your gameplay at once. The amount of things you'll have to remember at the same time will make it so much harder. The one thing I would not recommend to focus on first when you're improving each individual part of your gameplay is aim. And the reason for this is because your aim can always be better, right? Even at the pro level, the pros are continually getting better and better at aiming. It is my personal opinion that the pros back when Overwatch first came out were significantly worse at aiming than the pros now. So if your positioning is trash, your cooldown usage is trash, your timing, your coordination is just garbage, and you decide to pick aim to work on first, what can happen is you can be one of those all aim no brain players who can only aim and don't really know any other aspect of the game, which is not optimal. And another reason that I wouldn't pick aim is, as you are playing games, working on your positioning, the more you play Overwatch, your aim will just naturally improve as well. So I think that's another reason why you shouldn't pick aim, at the very least, for your first one. The next thing that you should be aware of is that mentality matters. So if you go into a game with a poor mentality, like, oh, I'm trash, my teammates are trash, blah blah blah, not only will you not play well, you'll actually play worse than you usually do. So what I would recommend is you can focus on yourself. Don't focus on what your teammates are doing and how they could be playing better. Just focus on your own gameplay and how to play better. Because your teammates will be random. And that is not something you can change. But the one factor you do have control over is your own gameplay and your own skill. And if you can improve yourself in your own gameplay, then it won't matter if your teammates aren't the best, because you can make up for those deficiencies by just being better. Not only that, but a lot of players devote a lot of time and energy to yelling at their teammates, which I just personally think is a complete waste of time, because yelling at your teammates won't make them play better. It'll probably make them play worse, and worst case scenario, they'll just straight up leave the game. So a lot of people tend to spend a lot of time focusing on their teammates, and I just think that is not the way to go. Something else that you should take note of is pace yourself. Consistent practice is much better in the long run, and in the short term as well, than taking one day and just going ham and just grinding Overwatch, or any game for that matter, for like 13 to 14 hours. And like just sitting at your PC and just playing and playing and playing over and over again. That, honestly, if you were to just budget 2 or 3 hours every single day, or maybe not even every single day, maybe every other day, and just get quality practice time for those 2 or 3 hours, that'd be so much better. Something I take note of is you can build bad habits if you're and just going through the motions. It's not gonna be great. Alright, so those are the tips I've got for you, and I hope you liked it.